Gossip about Paris. Reuters. Paris Airports Company Group ADP becomes Paris 2024 official. Reuters. Academic guilty of Paris synagogue bombing in 1980. Hassan Diab refused to leave Canada to attend the trial into the murder of 4 people. Netflix cancelled its in-person upfront, probably to avoid the WGA's picket lines. Netflix's first in-person upfront presentation is going all digital after the streamer caught wind of striking WGA writers planning to protest at the event. Cast of Guardians of the Galaxy reunites in Paris. Reuters. Cast of Guardians of the Galaxy reunites in Paris. Reuters. Universal's Peacock to stream Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Reuters. Universal's Peacock to stream Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Reuters. Evacuees from Sudan, relieved but shaken, land in Paris. Reuters. Evacuees from Sudan, relieved but shaken, land in Paris. Reuters. Coty's dual listing on Paris Stock Exchange. Reuters. Coty's dual listing on Paris Stock Exchange. Reuters. French court clears Air France, Airbus over Rio Paris plane crash. Reuters. French court clears Air France, Airbus over Rio Paris plane crash. Reuters. Italian foreign minister threatens to cancel Paris trip over French. Reuters. Italian foreign minister threatens to cancel Paris trip over French. Reuters. Hassan may look to emulate Zatopek's distance triple in Paris. Reuters. Hassan may look to emulate Zatopek's distance triple in Paris. Reuters. Paris prosecutor appeals clearance of Air France, Airbus over 2009. Reuters. Paris prosecutor appeals clearance of Air France, Airbus over 2009. Reuters. French Spider-Man scales Paris skyscraper during pension law protests. Elaine Robert climbs 38-story building with no harness to tell Macron to come back down to earth. A free climber known as the French Spider-Man scaled a 38-story skyscraper in Paris on Wednesday to demonstrate his support for protesters angry about a Pennsylvania-Canadian professor convicted in absentia of 1980. Paris synagogue bombing. Paris court jails Hassan Diab, a Lebanese Canadian living in Canada, for life after attack in which 4 people died. A Lebanese-Canadian university professor has been convicted in absentia of a bomb attack on a Paris synagogue more than 40 years ago that killed Games fakers. Olympic pseudo-volunteers plan to disrupt Paris 2024. Oli saccage or destruction 2024 seeking pay for helpers. Lily protesters claim event will benefit big business, not local. Easily Yulin Anti-Olympics Collective is aiming to disrupt next year's Paris Games by recruiting fake volunteers. Saccage 202 Valentin Yudashkin Russian fashion icon dies at 59. The designer's death comes 2 days after that of his teacher Slava Zaitsev, a pioneer of USSR fashion. Air France and Airbus cleared of involuntary manslaughter over 2009. Crash. Paris court clears aviation giants over crash that killed 228 people flying from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. A Paris court has cleared the aviation giants Air France and Airbus of involuntary manslaughter over the crash of Flight 447 in 2009 that killed 228 people. France protests. More than 100 police hurt in May Day demonstrations. Almost 300 people are arrested across France in clashes with demonstrators angry at pension reforms. Lionel Messi suspended by Paris Saint-Germain after 2-day Saudi Arabia Tripoli Tawweek punishment for unauthorized trip to Middle East. Lille L'Equipe report players' pay will be docked during suspension. Lille. The Paris Saint-Germain forward, Lionel Messi, has been suspended for 2 weeks after an unauthorized trip for to meet the young stars of UK breakdancing aiming for Olympic glory at Paris 2024. The sport with roots in hip-hop culture will make its debut at the Games next year. Here's some of the young UK breakers hoping to be picked. Talk about the life-changing effect of the Olympic announcement in 2 cavernous film studios in Acton, West London. Nike Culture Secretary to tell IOC to think again over Russians at Paris 2024. Ollie Lucy Fraser to call Russians at the Olympics a serious concern. Lily State and Sport said to be root and branch in Russia and Belarus. Lille plans to allow Russian and Belarusian athletes without direct military links to compete at the Paris O. Carlos Alcaraz breezes into Madrid final as Nadal doubts his